Hey guys, Luminary Sims here, and today is going to be my first ever Sims 4 speed build. I'm so sorry, I've tried to do this so many times, I have no idea what I'm saying, but I'm just going to go with it because this is something I wanted to do for a long time. So, my name's Jazz, and I'm 15 years old, and I live in Wichita, Kansas. Yes, I live in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know why I live here, but it's kind of a bad place to live, kind of okay, because I love thunderstorms. But there are places that would have a lot more rain than here, and there hasn't even been any tornadoes in Wichita. I mean, there's been tornadoes like 20 miles away, but I have a thing about tornadoes. Like, I'm super scared of them, but I also really like them. I have no idea. So, the reason why I haven't done one of these videos sooner, or I haven't even started a channel sooner, is because I broke my computer, and that was my cat. I broke my computer a few months ago in September, I believe, and I haven't had one since, obviously. You know, that kind of money doesn't just fall from trees, right? And finally, I have a computer again, which was actually really surprising. I guess I can tell you guys about that in a minute. But that's my dog. And the main reason why I haven't been able to do any of these is because my dog, Charlie, has been walking around and jumping off and on things, on and off things, and it's just been super annoying, just like me. But here you can see that I have no idea what I'm doing with the windows, and they look kind of bad, and so I am deciding to just do the get-together windows, I believe. No, some of them are get-together, right? No. Actually, no. I thought that they were, but I guess not. I was gonna try to make this sort of like a get-together house. That's mainly what the items are, especially around the house and like the wallpaper. But that's just what I was going for, because when I usually build houses, I kind of make them the same style every single time, but I tried to do something different here, and I don't know if it worked out. I think it did. It looks cute, but I guess we'll have to wait and see to see what you guys like, or to see what you guys think of it. So anyway, I'm 15, I'm a freshman in high school. Woo! I am actually going to graduate a year early because I can't wait to get out of my house. I can't wait to go to college. I can't wait to, have the same job for 40 years. Don't know what I want to do. I wanted to be a vet like 2 weeks ago, and now it's accounting, but I have an accounting class that I can just take next year to see if I really like it. So I'm really hoping my dog will lay down, and he is just sniffing around. So here I'm just still trying to add windows, not working out so well. Ugh, I hate when you have like a three, what are they called? Like a 3 grid wall, and the windows are 2, and so it messes up. Sorry, I almost said the wrong word. And it just doesn't look right. Well, because some of the windows don't have like alternatives that are like the same style, which is really annoying because I usually use the windows that I had in the beginning. But here you can see my vanilla walls because that's the only thing I like to do, and I have a problem with that. But I did make a house the other day that had the brown trim instead of the white, and it was really ugly. Oh my god, my dog is so loud. But I am not going to stop recording because it's already been 3.5 minutes, and I'm not a wuss. I'm not gonna give up. A few things about me are that I like to sing, I guess. I think I have a good voice, yeah. But, sorry, that was really show-offish. It's not that, oh my god. I'm gonna wring his neck. Someone needs to stop me. But, yes, here you can see that I am really struggling to try to find a good color for the walls. Damn. I mean, darn. My light fixtures are the ones that I usually use because they're the ones that give off the best light, and they're the cheapest, except for the fan light, but I really like that one because that gives it a more realistic look because most houses have fans. Mine doesn't have one in the living room, but I have one in my bedroom. I'm going to take the thing away from my dog. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm taking it from you. Okay. Sorry. Since I just got my desktop, that means oh yeah, it's a desktop. That means I haven't had a desk Well, it doesn't mean that, but I haven't had a desk in like a year because I've moved so much, and during my last move, my mom and I were picking up my desk, and one of the legs broke, and it was pressed wood, so it couldn't fix itself. So I've been deskless, which was okay because I had a laptop instead of a desktop, but now I have a desktop, and it's in my kitchen, which is where my dog is, and he's actually a puppy, so he's ultra annoying, but he's super cute, so I think I can let it slide. We're actually house hunting right now, sort of. We're kind of looking for a house, but we also need to wait until our lease is up because, against my better judgment, my mother decided to renew our lease in this place, and I knew that we were going to want to move out soon, but she didn't listen to me, and now we're house hunting like 9 months before our lease ends. And we really can't because we don't really have the money to do, like an extra months to get out of our lease, and a security deposit for another place and rent for another place. And it's just a mess. And we're trying to look for a house with a backyard, so that's going to be, a lot more, or maybe not a lot more, but a little bit more expensive than just staying in this apartment, which is what we live in, obviously, since I said this apartment. I am so annoying, I am so sorry, but let's talk about The Sims a little bit before I start getting into anything else, because this video is already half over, which I'm kind of thankful for because I'm feeling really awkward. So while I was on hiatus, I guess you can say, from The Sims, I realized that there is city living and vampires, and there might have been another pack that came out, I'm not sure. I know that Dine Out came out while I was still playing, but it was like right before I broke my computer. My computer broke because I was playing a game, and I left it on my super comfortable blanket that's also deadly because it killed my computer, and it overheated to death. I thought that it would like turn itself off because it was so hot, because I read that some computers do it, but I have broken this computer before, and I had to get it sent to the warehouse to get it fixed, and I'm like very not computer savvy when it comes to taking care of them, I guess you can say. Like, I don't like throw it around or anything, but it's just, it always happens. Like, I broke my mom's computer 2.5 years ago maybe, because I accidentally spilled tea all over it at 11 o'clock at night because I was trying to write on Wattpad. And it just broke because the sugar from the tea went into the everything. But now I will never make the same mistake again, and I don't let drinks anywhere near my computers. And I have been doing online school for 3 years now. Technically, I went to public school again in the second half of 8th grade, but then when I went into my freshman year this year, I decided to go back into online school for academic reasons because I wanted to challenge myself more. Yeah, that doesn't work out so well because I have an overall of an 89. Let me go check my grades really quick because I do Connections Academy, and it's a blessing and a curse because last semester I was like 40 lessons overdue, which if you do the math, that's almost 2 weeks. It's like a week and 3/4 maybe. And nobody contacted me. I had to contact one of my teachers. I was like, you know what? I am so behind. You need to help me. My finals are in like a week and a half or 2 weeks. And I have, so many lessons to do. And alas, I didn't finish my lessons until after my finals, and I did not get good grades on my finals at all. But they didn't really affect my overall grades. So that's the only reason why I'm not like sobbing right now. That's the only reason why I'm not in my grave. So right now I'm taking French, biology, English, geometry, world history, and physical education. And every single time I say physical education, people are like, how are you taking physical education when you do it online? Well, why do some people in high school, why do they take it during the summer online instead of taking it during the school year? It's because it's not really, you still have to exercise, and we have things called logs and stuff. We just fill out, do you really think I do them? But, I'm so sorry, I'm so awkward. But it's pretty easy. It's just, right now I think I'm learning about like different sports and stuff. And all the rest of my classes except for French are all honors. You can thank my mother for that. And I was actually put in them at the beginning of the year when I went to the brick and mortar high school. And when I went to the high school, I liked it at first, but then I was there for about a week, and I really didn't like it that much. I ended up feeling like I wasn't learning anything, and every single time I tell that to people, they're like, you were only there a week. How could you have learned anything? Well, when I was in the 7th grade, I had never done an online school before, and I had moved right across the county line, so I was literally like 1 block, maybe even less than a block away from going to the school that I had gone to for 3 years. And it was just that close, and I thought that I would be able to do good in my new school, but it ended up like being terrible for me. I don't know. I had a lot of social anxiety going in because I wasn't used to new people. I had been in the same school since 3rd grade, and I knew everyone around me for the most part when I was, in 6th grade. And that's really crazy to even say because there were 7 different elementary schools that flooded into my middle school. So there was like a lot of new kids, and I ended up making friends with most of the new kids. Like, I left all of my old friends because they sucked, to be honest. But I ended up just, making new friends. I was pretty happy. I still had, like anxiety like before I even moved. And I actually told my mother that I wanted to go to online school while I was in 6th grade. And it was pretty stupid of me when I look back on it. But we ended up having to move last minute, and we couldn't find a house because we lived in a super expensive county, and that's why we ended up moving, 1 county away. And, my mom got to keep her job and all that stuff, but I was the only one that was, still in school, so I was the only one that suffered just a little bit. And it was still super expensive. Like, we were still super, I guess you could say broke. But it was, wow, that fence is so ugly. I was struggling with the fences. I didn't know which one to choose, and the big privacy fence one was too big. But I ended up just, trying to choose which one looked the best I can make it. And then later on, you'll see that I ran out of money. Like, I had no money. I think I was $200 over the 20,000 simoleon. What is it called? The budget. Yeah, the budget. And I had to delete the pretty tree that I had. I mean, it was like a normal tree, but it was pretty. And for the most part, it was super cute, but it was just too expensive, so I had to get rid of it. And that's just too many trees, and they're way too tall. That's the only reason why I didn't keep them. Though I didn't put on the roof, and so I don't really know. See, that's like the perfect size. Hey guys, so sorry if this literally kills you. I thought someone just called me. No, it's just my mom. So I was just messing around with my microphone, and I realized that it was a little too far away. So sorry if this deafened you, but this is probably how close I'm going to be sitting to it from now on. And I was totally rambling the first time I recorded this part. So I'm just going to say this house is on the gallery. My origin is in the description box. So is all my social media and everything that you guys can, use to get in contact with me. I do want to say that this house should be all base game, get together, and get to work. I'm not even sure if I used any get to work items, but there shouldn't be any custom content in it. Sorry, I started rambling again, but I do just want to say that I'm going to be posting more videos, I'm going to be uploading more content, and I'm going to upload the majority of the stuff that I do onto the gallery, like my Sims that I will create in the future. And I just want to say that I will be making Let's Plays, maybe doing challenges, create a Sims, and all that jazz. So, get it? My name. Okay, well, the screenshots are coming up, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh yeah.